Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth and we are back with Bingo Boffin. And he wants to find a place to make camp.
Let us find a spot we can camp for the night.
Okay, Mr. Bingo. And I don't have to read what
The
he said.
journey has been a tiring one already, and Bingo is ready to camp for the night in the wild of the Trollshaws.
Because he pretty much said what it said. It's getting dark. I will find a good place for us to make a fire if you will find some tinder for it. So we need to find some wood, which is appropriately marked suitable tinder. So we need one more. Build a campfire at the place Bingo has chosen. Over here, Midrill, I found a good spot. Alright. If you say so, Bingo. Perfect. That will keep the chill away. Have a seat. We may be adventurers now, Midrill, but there is no reason to always be on our feet. A rest is a rest, and we are deserving of it by now, wouldn't you say? We have come a good distance today, and the lone lands are behind us. The Trollshaws await. Do you know something? I know a lot of somethings. I never expected to make it this far. Oh, really? One more day, I'd say to myself each morning, I will turn around tomorrow. And every night, I'd realize that I hadn't turned around. So, I thank you for that, Medrill. Well, you're welcome. Well, I am quite sleepy. Good night, my friend. Sleep well. Stand guard over the campsite while Bingo sleeps. Rats. Okay. You hear the sounds of something slithering through the grass. Nocturnal crawlers. We've had rats, we've had crawlers. I wonder if those would have counted towards the deed. Not that it matters. I actually did manage to finish all of the Trollshaw proper deeds between last time and this time. Still have the angle stuff, but the Trollshaw stuff is all done. So yay. Do I have... No, my bags are not full, so that means that is a quest item. Or not. The ground near your campfire is shifting and shaking. Oh, and here I'm expecting a troll and its skeletons. Okay. Well, I guess they're coming out of the ground, so that makes sense. Your campfire has gone out. At last, the sun rises. Ah, good morning, Medrill. You are awake already. I am most refreshed and had quite a lovely dream. It put me in mind of being a young lad again, with the smell of breakfast drifting into my bedroom. I heard many folk rattling about outside my room and the banging of pots and pans as the kitchen was being made ready. Did you have any pleasant dreams, my friend? It is a shame I woke up when I did. I would like to have experienced more of that lovely dream. Breakfast was nearly served, and a breakfast in the Shire is better than one anywhere else, including and especially the Trollshaws, I expect. All right.
That was quite a restful sleep.
That was quite a restful sleep, my friend, and I am rejuvenated and ready to continue the journey. What? You stayed awake all night? Do elves not need as much sleep as the rest of us? Huh. Save the rest for the rest, Medriel. Is that it? Well, we can be off in a little while. What do you say? And we will choose the rested title, because he didn't point out that elves do not
I
need
have been
sleep.
studying my map, and I know where I want to go next.
I have been looking at the map that started my grand adventure, and I know where I want to go next, Medriel. If I'm reading this correctly, we should be just about here. Now, do you see this area here among the trees to the east and a little north? The author of this map has made a little drawing of 3 figures here in this glade. Look at their large smiles. I want to find this glade of smiling figures, my friend. It should be to the east of our location and a little north, but there may be some impassable rock faces in our way. We may need to return to the road before we could strike northeast to the glade. And that one is complete. We can remove that. Alright. So, let's go find his 3 smiling figures. You know what? We're going to get on a horse for this because we can. But yeah, I did spend some time out here in the Trollshaws doing all the finishing all the Slayer deeds because I had not finished a 1. But didn't take nearly as long as I expected it to. In fact, I was quite well within a couple of them. Trolls didn't take hardly any time. Okay, not that way. Ouch. Oh, come on. That wasn't far enough to actually crack. Well, we do have some rock face here. Oh, we also have some dwarf iron. I will take that. Which reminds me, didn't I put some stuff up for sale? I did. I got almost 5 gold here. Got almost 41 gold here. And that brings me up to 575 gold. Well, that'll be going towards me needing to buy anything new. Excuse me, Mr. Troll. I'm just going to grab this dwarf iron because that's what got me all that gold. And who knows? I might want some more. Gold, that is, not trolls. Look at all these. Am I going back the way I came? I'm not sure. Never said I knew my way really, really well in the Trollshaws. Well, I don't think I'm quite going back the way I came because I did not see that worm. Ah, we have found our 3 smiling figures. And if you guessed it was the 3 stone trolls from Bingo's or Bilbo's story, you were right. 3 large stone figures stand in the glade.
Oh no! Do you see that?
Look at those mighty stone trolls. We are fortunate indeed that they are mere statues and not the real thing. Bingo's smile fades as he peers to the northwest between two of the figures, and he frowns deeply. Oh no, Medriel, a helpless creature has been caught in a trap. Can you help the poor thing? Such cruelty, it pains me to see it. Alright, where is the critter? Ah. Cruel animal trap. Oh. Free of the trap, the lynx suddenly bounds away.
Oh, I am glad the lynx is free. I hope he recovers from his injuries.
Well, that was a good deed, my friend. The poor thing. I understand the need to catch animals for food, of course, but the construction of that trap seemed unnecessarily cruel to me. I'm glad that lynx is free, and I hope no permanent damage was done to the creature. Let us travel to the southeast, and we can decide where next to go when we have returned to the road. Okay, so let's head this way. It was certainly fortuitous that we should happen along just then. A lot of rings on heads, but we've done all these quests at least once. We do not need to do them again. We don't need to do them anyway because we have all the rep we could ever want here in the Trollshaws. Look at all the stars.
I do not mean to worry you, but we are being followed.
Medriel, I do not want to worry you, but, well, we're being followed. No, do not make any sudden movements. It's that lynx. It's been following us for a short while now, and it's staring at us from across the road. Do you think you can wave at it to shoo it away? The lynx stares at you with large eyes and does not move.
Maybe Willem Whisker is hungry.
That did not
What?
work.
He needed a name, didn't he?
That did not work, Medriel. He is still staring at us. What do you think? Do you think that Willem Whisker is hungry? Bingo turns a bright shade of red at your quizzical expression and becomes suddenly sheepish. What? He needed a name, didn't he? He looks like a Willem Whisker to me. Just look at that face. Anyway, I think he must be hungry. See if you can get some suitable venison from the Glen Hides or Glen Bucks in these woods. I'm sure Willem would appreciate it. Bingo, let me tell you a little secret. Never name anything. Okay, and we're not doing that. We need 2 more deer. After seeing a whole bunch of deer, now I need 2. Or, well, 3 total. Oh, good. Now there's gold rings on their heads. They're easier to see. Alright. Bring venison to the lynx. So, he's making 2 serious errors here. 1, he has named the lynx. 2, he is feeding it. And now, it will be his. The lynx happily devours the venison and then stares at you enigmatically. He does look a little like a Willem Whisker now that you think about it.
I have been thinking it over, and I think we should allow Willem to tag along with us.
I knew it. He loved the venison. Good work, Medriel. I've been thinking it over, and I think we should allow him to tag along with us for as long as he wants. He's a good boy, I dare say, and it will be good to have another companion on this journey. No offense intended to you, of course, but you are not as fuzzy as Willem Whisker, are you? This way, WW. You are welcome to journey with us for as long as you wish. We now go to the next stop on my map, the entrance to Rivendell, the Hidden Valley. So our shadowing links now becomes Willem Whisker. Alright, and since I don't feel like riding all the way up the hill, because I'm being lazy, we're gonna go to the outpost here, and then take the slow stable up to where we need to go. And I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and we are at the entrance to Rivendell. As you can see, our kitty friend is with us. He is now named William Whisker. The elf sentinels eye your small group suspiciously.
What purpose brings your party to the Hidden Valley?
Are you on friendly terms with the one who follows you? He does seem to be well behaved for the moment, but I wonder if that will change when he gets hungry. The sentinel laughs, a musical sound. The lynx? No, I do not speak of the lynx, Medriel. I speak of the hungry-looking hobbit there.
Really? This elf believes I am a danger to the peace of Rivendell?
Really? This elf believes I am more of a danger to the peace of Rivendell than our new friend WW? Bingo's face is full of outrage, but he cannot maintain the mask for long, and soon he is his usual jovial self. These are perceptive elves, Medriel. Willem Whisker will cause no trouble for them, but if there are any dinners to be had within Rivendell, I will menace them most effectively.
I am excited to explore, but right now my stomach is rumbling.
The elves must surely have a dining hall or a storehouse for their meals. I'm going to take WW and find a bite for us to eat. You should introduce yourself to the top elf and tell him we have come for a short visit. I have heard nothing of the hospitality of elves, but it must not be for the lack. He will not turn us away, surely. Alright, so we need to go find Elrond. Let's take a nice little ride down into the valley. A beautiful spot it is. Honestly, Imladris is in many ways much prettier than Lothlorien, despite that it's very small. Makes me wonder how many elves actually did survive when the war in Eregion happened. Because surely there were a lot of elves in Eregion, but Rivendell is not so big. As you can see, we'll take a look. Not very many buildings at all. I mean, the number of elves here must be in the mere handful. Unless there are hidden parts of Rivendell that we never know about. Of course, this is the game's depiction of Rivendell. The actual Rivendell may have been considerably bigger. And it wouldn't be because the elves are going west, because then it would just be big and empty, and it's not. It's very small. But all that aside, we are going to go meet Elrond, which, you know, not like we've never met him before, but we're going to go meet him again. I love how every time we have to take a quest, it's like he's never met us before, even though, well, he met us a long time ago. It seems like the Dialogue should be able to change slightly depending on who you are. Elrond, my dear.
Dark days are coming.
More guests. This is what happens when you allow one hobbit into your home, Medriel. More arrive soon after, and more after that. I will not turn this Bingo away as long as he remains a polite and respectable house guest. You should show him to Bilbo Baggins in the Hall of Fire. They must have a great deal in common. Despite my jest, hobbits remain an unusual sight in Imladris. Alright, so find Bilbo in the Hall of Fire. Greetings, traveler. You are welcome to rest here until your weariness has passed. Well, thank you very much. That's most kind of you. You have Twitch. Oh, I guess we should stop and get rid of some junk. Oh, we'll do that off screen. No matter. And I see Bingo has already found Bilbo.
It's Bilbo Baggins, the famed adventurer from up Hobbiton Way.
I've been filling him in with tidings of home, and he has been telling me about his stay with the elves of Rivendell. Bingo looks at you conspiratorially and quickly whispers, "He seems a right ordinary fellow to me. Not mad at all," before proceeding in a normal tone of voice. "Bilbo has had the capital idea of drawing me a map so I can best explore Rivendell and not miss anything. What fun."
A lovely day, isn't it?
It's always a pleasure to see a hobbit outside the Shire, Medriel. Bingo seems to be quite an interesting fella, and I am glad to see him testing his limits. I have drawn a quick map of some notable sites here in Rivendell. Find each of these locations, and you will have seen some of the most notable locations in this beautiful valley. If I had more time, I could make a much prettier map, but I made this one with some haste. Go now, before Bingo loses his taste for exploration and adventure. It is a fear of mine for all hobbits that the wanderlust will depart as quickly as it arrived. Alright, so we get to go be nosy in Rivendell. And I think most of this we can do on horseback. Not remember where exactly we have to go for the falls. It does not seem... Oh, the roar of the falls is overpowering, but the view remains lovely. So we have found the falls of Imladris. I don't think we need to go up this way for this one. Technically not the market, but it is where you find the auction house. And the mailbox. Because you can't have the auction hall without a mailbox. Alright, so where are we headed next? I know. This spire serves as a popular meeting spot for the folk of Rivendell. That is the Spire of Meeting. Many fine goods are for sale at the market of Rivendell. If I remember right, one of the spots is up here. See, I'm surprised I didn't put like more houses or buildings in here to depict more of the elves living here. I mean, there is a structure way over there, but it's more of a gazebo than anything. The air of Imdolan, high above Rivendell, is crisp and clear. And if we were to keep going up that way, we would meet up with Arwen. But I don't think Arwen has anything for us to do right now. So we don't need to go see her. I think we need to go down here, but we'll check. Oh, the lake of Hidweenan is peaceful and calm. Hidweenan. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. I don't think this is the last spot. No, it's over here. Up there. See if I can remember how to get there. The haven of Arladian is quiet and peaceful. Return the map to Bingo. And it makes a nice little clean circuit. Lovely, isn't it?
There is something very familiar about this map.
That was great fun, my friend, and at each step I was amazed anew at the sheer beauty of Rivendell. I hope we did not prove a nuisance to the elves that live here, for I felt myself gawking at several points, and had to restrain my tongue from wagging. Thank you again for holding on to the map, for I was able to keep my eye upon the scenery instead of down on the paper. It is quite a well-drawn map, now that I look at it more closely. Bingo stops talking and takes the map from you. Wait a moment, Medriel. There is something most distinctive about this map. See how the artist has used these lines here to form the shape of the mountains? Why, that is most familiar to me, for the mountains on my own map are drawn in the very same fashion. You remember that map, right? It is a map that started my own adventure so long ago. Can it be that we have found the very hobbit who drew the map I found in that cookbook?
How do you do?
Ah, do you mean to tell me that Bingo found my map of Eriador? I am delighted to hear it, Medriel. Before I left the Shire for good, I spent some time visiting my old haunts and fixing the dear place in my memory. I can still see many of my favorite sunny paths and peaceful benches even now. But one thing brought a sadness to my heart, and it was the belief that none of the dear hobbits I was leaving behind would ever experience the same joys I had in seeing the world. Oh, I knew Frodo would be all right. He's always been an adventurous boy, but he was unusual in that regard. I conceived of a plan, Medriel. I would draw a map of the wider world, and I would leave it in a cookbook in the library at Tuckborough. Perhaps it would be found by an inquisitive hobbit, one who needed only the slightest of pushes to embark on a grand adventure. And look, I was right. Gandalf would be so proud of my inventiveness, Medriel. I do hope, for Bingo's sake, that there will be no dragons involved, as there were for me. Then I would feel most responsible. But for now it seems to me a lark and a joy.
I have so many questions about his adventures and his writing both.
I can hardly believe it, Medriel. Bilbo Baggins, the great author and adventurer, is the one responsible for getting me started on this grand journey of mine. I will have so many things to ask him about his adventures and his writing both.
I wonder what Bilbo would think of my account so far.
I wonder what Bilbo would think of my account on our journey so far, Medriel. He is both an author and an adventurer, and I would be very interested to hear any feedback he might have to offer. Can you give him my manuscript so far and ask if he will read through it? I'm too shy to ask him myself, but if you ask, perhaps he would be willing to take the time to read it. Okay. So, we have met Bilbo, and it turns out Bilbo is the orchestrator of this entire thing. Thank you, Bilbo. And next time, we will continue the adventures of Bingo Boffin. If you don't want to miss it, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. And thank you. It's very much appreciated. Until next time, bye for now.